QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 OneNote presentation. Adjust opening balances. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon left-hand side, topic introductions, 6400, adjust opening balances. Also take a look at the immersive reader tool. Topic introductions will be in the text area as well. Same name, same number, but with transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages, either listened to or read in them. Same name and number as presentations as well. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations, and can be used to follow along with them if you don't have access to the software at that time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, we start off with a screenshot of the home page. Scrolling down, we're looking at those opening balances. These are the opening balances that we put into the QuickBooks software, one account at a time. The idea being that we're going to make one account at a time go to the correct point, the other side being dumped into the equity accounts in some way, shape, or form by the QuickBooks software, either going to uncategorized income, uncategorized expenses, or to the opening balance equity. The uncategorized income and expenses not causing us a problem because we entered them as of the prior period, and as of the current period that we're concerned with, January 1st, 2022, in our case, it will roll into equity and equity will be fine. We have been left with that opening balance equity, which is ugly. It's a problem. That's what we want to change primarily at this point. So this is where we stand at this point. We've got our balances all correct and everything washed out in the end to our equity accounts. We can see the opening balance equity, and then because we're looking at the prior time frame, we see the uncategorized income and expenses, which if we roll the date up one day, January 1st, 2022, would simply roll into equity. So I'm not concerned so much with these two uncategorized items, although they're ugly because they're in the prior period, which I'm not looking at this software for. If I want anything from the prior period to drill down on it, I want to look at the prior accounting software system. Here, we're going for the current system forward as of the cutoff, January 1st, 2022. However, this opening balance equity, that we need to fix because that's not a very professional looking account. That account basically says, QuickBooks is basically telling you, we dumped this stuff into this other account. It's not an actual kind of account. Typically in equity, looks kind of ugly, should probably fix it. So we're going to go to the list drop down to the chart of accounts, and then we'll scroll down to that opening balance equity account. We can use a register to do this. You can also do it with a journal entry, but we can go into the register, and within the register, there's the 72396. So we're going to just basically remove it, decreasing the opening balance equity by that amount, bringing it back down to zero. The other side, we're going to dump into equity, which will result in QuickBooks giving you a warning saying, hey, you're hitting the account that we used to roll in net income into. That's unusual. Are you sure you want to do it? And we're going to say, yeah, we're sure. We know what we're doing, QuickBooks, and then we're going to do it. And then you can see if we run this as of December 31st, 2022, now we have the information. This is the current year we're looking at, not 2021. Owner's equity has everything rolled out into it. We don't see uncategorized income and expenses because they've rolled into the equity, and we closed out the opening balance accounts to equity, so everything is lined up, ready to go as of the current period. Notice that if I look at the balance sheet, this is the same kind of concept. All we have are the balance sheet accounts, and you can see the subcategories on the balance sheet for the current liabilities, accounts payable, credit card, other current liabilities, and the equity. Profit and loss, if I look at the last year, 2021, I have this ugly uncategorized income and uncategorized expenses, but again, not concerned about that due to the fact that that's the last year, and all I want is for those things to roll into equity as of the cutoff date, which they do. So if I was to then run this report for 2022, the profit and loss would be back down to blank. Nothing would be there because these accounts have rolled into equity as of that point in time. If I'm looking at something prior to the cutoff date, January 1st, 2022 in our case, then I'm not looking in this accounting system to find that detail. I'm looking in the prior accounting system, whatever we were using. I'm using this point. I used the cutoff here as January 1st, 2022 and forward. As of that time frame, we're good to go starting in the new year, January 1st, 2022.